Shalom, shalom. Starting off giving praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wachak, Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well, and salutations to the hopeful elect that preach His truth out of the four corners of the globe. All right, I'm Brother Shamari from the GMS Cleveland branch. Lord willing, this be an edifying lesson and the exhortation to those who can receive it and those of the ministry that's in the body, man. All right, and you know, in the times that we are in, not the times that we coming in, but the times that we are in, the wickedness is going to get exceedingly worse, and the evil is going to increase, man, abundantly, you know? And you're going to have the Lord putting judgment out here. So us brothers that servants of the Most High, that's putting in work, that's sincere, guess what we supposed to be doing right now is conditioning our spirits, man. We're supposed to prepare ourselves, get ourselves ready, you know, prepare our mind by way of fasting, prayer, studying. Okay, the scriptures say, for our salvation our salvation, Salakia, Salakia. This is Romans chapter 13, verse 11. It says, in that knowing the time that now it is high time to awake out of sleep. All right, so we know what time it is, man. All right, we know that Jacob's trouble is here. All right, we know that we're on the brink of Jacob's trouble. We know what time we in, man. All right, we know Esau getting ready to roll out that chip. He already pushing his vaccination. He already messing with the COVID numbers. He already getting ready to lock this place back down for a second time. All right, and this time, this second lockdown could bring in the famine of the word. It could bring in famine of food and water. It could bring in martial law. All right, then it could Jacob's trouble. There you go, Jacob's trouble right there, man. Okay, so look, man, we supposed to be conditioning our spirits, preparing ourselves, getting ready, man. All right. It says, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. All right, so our salvation is coming close, which means the return of Yahweh Shai, the deliverance and redemption of the elect. So if the salvation is close, how much more for Jacob's trouble, which got to take place before the Lord comes back, man? You know, so we in them times, man. We're supposed to be conditioning our spirits, preparing for the battle. This is Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. All right, and guess what? We getting ready to face the hour of temptation. That RFID chip, that mark of the beast, man. All right, we supposed to prepare our soul for temptation, man. All right, if you come to serve the Lord, if you don't play around with this work, man, the Lord not playing, okay? You got to be on your shit, man. You know, you got to be on your P's and Q's, dot your I's and cross your T's, man. All right, it's time for us to prepare ourselves by way of reading, studying these breakdowns, man. Not only just reading and studying, but you got to practice what you preach. You got to live out the word. You got to practice these law, statute, commandments, man. You got to do the commandments, do the will of the Lord, which is action word, man. You got to put your knowledge into action. The things that you learn, you got to apply that to your everyday life. It say, I wanted to get a specific scripture, so like it. Verse 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble. All right, so you got to set your mind aright because your heart, the word heart goes back to the Hebrew word lab, all right, which means your mind. So you got to set your mind aright. And the way that you set your mind aright is by praying and fasting, man. Hey, actually, when you go into research and the benefits of fasting, it actually, fasting corresponds with your brain power, man. All right, and when you fast, it actually increases. When you fast, you could do your own research, man. You know, you don't gotta take my word for it. But when you fast, your brain is more attentive. It's working more. It functions more properly when you fast, man. All right, so you gotta set your mind all right and constantly endure, because you're gonna be in situations where Satan gonna tempt you, the Lord gonna test you. All right, and you gotta endure whatever that's being thrown at you, man. Sometimes, yes, you're going to fall short. All right, sometimes you're going to fall. The scripture says a just man falleth 7 times, but getteth back up again, man. So that's the thing. You got to get back up again, and that's how you constantly endure. You got to constantly endure. And when you got to constantly do something, that means it's repetitive. That means it's going to keep happening, keep happening, keep happening. So that means Satan going to keep tempting you, all right? It's going to be situations where you're going to keep being tested, all right? But the more you endure, the more your spirit grow, all right? The more faith you gain, the more you abound within this wisdom and knowledge, man. All right? It says, and that's what you need in order to make it in these times. You need wisdom and knowledge. You need faith, okay? It say, verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. All right, and that's another thing, man. You can't depart from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You got to cleave unto him constantly. All right, no matter what you're going through, no matter what's being presented, no matter how Satan tempts you, no matter what afflictions you're going through, no matter how the Lord chasten you, you got to cleave unto the Lord, man. All right, never depart away from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. This Romans chapter 8, verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? All right, shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword? And that's a rhetorical question. No, none of these things should separate you from the Most High, because these are things that you're going to potentially have to go through. All right, tribulation, you're going to have to go through that, man. It's Jacob's trouble. Trouble for Jacob, we are the Israelites, we are the sons, we are the offspring of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. So this is trouble for us. The Lord said he will start at his sanctuary, Lord. I mean, roughly paraphrasing, Salakia. All right? So we going to have to catch hell, bro. All right? Us prophets, we're going to have to catch hell too. All right? So we're going to go through tribulation, but don't let that separate you from the Lord. You got to cleave into the Most High, which means, going back to the Most High. Praying, crying to the Lord, enduring. All right? When you depart away from the Most High, that means you doing shit outside of what the Lord told you to do, man. You doing things outside of the spirit. You doing things of the flesh. You doing things that are pleasing to you externally, man. Are you out there, breaking laws willfully, not repenting, will sinning? You out here kissing up to Esau? When you really should be going to the Most High, crying to the Most High. And when you cleave into the Most High, you do that by praying, okay? You do that by following the word of the Most High and not going aside from his word, from his commandments, man. All right? It say, shall tribulation or distress or persecution, we're going to be persecuted. We're going to be persecuted. The scriptures say, I don't want to be jumping around everywhere. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 12. Yea, and all that will live godly in Yahweh Shai Hamashiach shall suffer persecution. And are we not in the body of Yahweh Shai? Are we not serving Yahweh Yahweh Shai? So we trying to live godly within the Lord, man. So guess what? We gonna suffer persecution. All right, but that should not separate you from Yahweh. That should not separate you from your first love, which is the Lord. Okay? It says, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword. Because guess what? The Lord going to provide us with food and water in the time of famine. The Lord going to provide us with clothing and shelter in the time of in the time of nakedness, in the time of peril, in the time of when Esau come down with the sword, with his great wrath. The Lord is going to supply us with the resources we need, man. So that's all more reason to cleave to the Most High, to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Now, I'm going to go back in Romans chapter 8, I'm going to read verse 36. As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted sheep for the slaughter. And guess what, man? You might have to risk your life for this truth, man. All right. The Lord might have you be a martyr for him, man. Okay. But guess what? It's okay. It's okay if you got to be a martyr for the Most High, because that's a glorious thing in his sight. This is Psalms. This is Psalms chapter 116. Verse 15. Psalms chapter 116, verse 15. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. So, hey, it's precious to the Lord when men sacrifice their life for this ministry, all right, for this word, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It's a precious thing that's acceptable, that's holy to the Lord, okay? So with that being said, brothers, remember, condition your spirit, okay? Prepare yourself for these times that we're coming into, for these times that we're in now, and guess what? At the last, you shall be increased, man. So with that being said, once again, call Allah Yamla Yahweh Shem Yahushua Shem Ruchak Wadash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well. Shalom, shalom, mawaf la babor.